Oh, hello there. How can I help you? Oh, yeah, sit down. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, it's that kind of story. You can sit down. Just relax. How has your day been? It's going good. So as you can see, we're a small, kind of quaint, different kind of store. We like to provide a more personal customer service, but I guess that's why you come to this place, right? Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah. By the way, did I call you us a video game store? I meant a film and movie store. A film, TV series, films, TV series, TV shows, and movies type of store. Apologies. So what we do here is what we essentially take up, or essentially Whittle, that's my name. What's your name, by the way? Huh? Nice name, cool name. Whittle, will take one TV series and movie at a time, ramble and talk about it, and then sort of see if I can go into your recommendation list. But we have other TV shows and movies available too. So it's up to you what you buy. This is just the ones we have on display, which are the ones I'm going to be rambling about today. Okay? I just selected out a few for you. Okay? And if you don't like any of these suggestions, you don't have to buy any of them, And if I like you, which I actually already do, you're going to get 2 of them free of charge. Just don't tell my superiors, my bosses, about that. Okay? Good. And hopefully I will provide you with a relaxing and good experience too. Okay? Your day nice? Your day going good so far? Good. Okay. I won't waste more of your time. I'm going to start rambling about some of the TV shows and movies I have on display here. Yeah. We'll begin with the most obvious, I'd say. Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2 is the 8th part of the super famous Harry Potter books and movie saga, which is about a boy who lived, and Harry Potter is set to a wizarding universe where there is a secret wizarding community living in Britain, which non-magic people like ourselves aren't aware of. These wizards call our peoples, for non-magic people, muggles, essentially people who have no magic, and who aren't aware of magic. But in this world, magic does exist, and Harry Potter gets his letter to Hogwarts, an invitation to Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry at the age of 11 in the first Harry Potter book and movie. And he takes magical classes, he learns magic, he gets magical friends, he meets magical beasts and everything throughout his years. But there are some other complications as well, and he's of course also liberated from having to live all year round with his abusive aunt and uncle who do not like magic one bit. They don't like anything that is outside the normal. They're quite awful characters, by the way. Anyway, but Harry Potter on the other hand is a good character, and he meets on Hogwarts Ron and Hermione. You have Harry here, Hermione here, and Ron here. He meets Ron and Hermione, and they became his best friends, and the books and movies centers on these 3 characters through the series. So, but Harry Potter is also known as the boy who lived because he survived the Dark Wizard Lord Voldemort's killing curse, the only one to have survived that curse, and simultaneously, somehow, the spell when Voldemort tried to kill baby Harry Potter after Voldemort had killed Harry's parents, the spell somehow backfired a little and drained Voldemort of its power, which also has caused some afterwards to speculate that he died, but most believe that he's just drained of his power, which turns out to be true. And over the course of the books and movies, it builds up to Voldemort regaining his full strength, and a new war in the wizarding world building up between the forces of good and the forces of evil, essentially between the forces of Voldemort and his followers, and between Harry Potter and his friends who are trying to stop Voldemort and the Death Eaters from taking over. So it's a battle between good and evil, but it's also a film series book series about magic, romance, and you name it. Very entertaining. So if you like that kind of fantasy stuff, I'd recommend this. So this is a Spider-Man movie, and the Spider-Man movies are super famous. This is the Spider-Man No Way Home. It is set in the Marvel universe, in the MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So it's the MCU version of Spider-Man, because there has been a few versions of Spider-Man in various movies and shows now. This is the version of Spider-Man played by Tom Holland, and in this movie he sort of teams up with Doctor Strange, or at least encounters Doctor Strange. And in this movie, Spider-Man has identity, who he is, because Spider-Man is of course Peter Parker, but in this movie Peter Parker's identity has been exposed to the entire world, so he tries to get help from Doctor Strange to make people forget, make the world forget who he is again, so he can sort of live as Peter Parker, live his life as Peter Parker, while simultaneously being Spider-Man, without the whole world knowing that Peter Parker and Spider-Man is the same person. However, the spell sort of backfires and instead draws in other villains and heroes of other Spider-Man universes of the multiverse, because it's a multiverse movie too. Because of that, some villains like the Green Goblin, Doc Ock, and Sandman, Electro, and the Lizard from the 2000 Spider-Man films and the Amazing Spider-Man films of the 2010s sort of I'm trying to just find the right words here. Sort of rips into this Spider-Man's reality, and later in the film he also encounters the two Spider-Man from those realities. So it's a multiverse film, and it's a film featuring a lot of characters, twists, and it's a very fun and thrilling and entertaining movie if you like Spider-Man. And if you like and want to see a movie that honors all the various three Spider-Man cinema universes. We're keeping to Marvel as of yet. This is a series called Bondition, and it follows the Marvel superheroes within the MCU universe, called Wanda and Vision. As they settle in, it's set after the events of Avengers Endgame, and they settle in the witch and the cyborg robot, synthetic, apologies, not the cyborg, the synthetic. The witch and the synthetic settles in as a couple. In Westview. By the way, I called Wanda a witch, but I think I should probably more use the term superhero, is more correct. So the superhero Wanda and the synthetic Vision settles in the quaint town of Westview, and there they live this weird sitcom comedy life, where each episode depicts a style with various references to sitcoms of various areas, all the way from the 1950s to the 2000s. And they live in this weird sitcom reality, and as we go along, the viewers gradually start to figure out what is going on, why is everything so strange, and what is actually happening in Westview, and how is it that these two now find themselves in some sort of weird sitcom-based reality. So it's a humorous series, but it's also somewhat creepy series, because there's definitely something weird and strange going on in Westview, and how are the heroes landed here? Are they trapped? Is something else going on? Who is behind all of this? So if you haven't seen this before, I definitely recommend watching it. And I also recommend watching its spin-off, Agatha All Along, which is sort of a follow-up to WandaVision, following some of the characters from WandaVision, and which especially one character, and which goes even deeper into the sort of witchy side of WandaVision, and goes even deeper into the fields of sorcery and explores the creepy beams even more than WandaVision did. In Agatha All Along, things are even more creepy and strange than in WandaVision. So anyway, let's move on to the next. For you medieval fans out there, this is a series called for Merlin. And it consists of 5 seasons with about 12 to 13 episodes per season. 12 episodes. And it depicts the events of the fictional realm and legend of Camelot, so it features the Arthurian legend and is its own spin and version of that Arthurian legend, featuring famous legend characters like Morgana, Merlin, Arthur, and lots of others. So yeah, and it follows the... I'm going to just read from the back of the cover. In a land of myth and a time of magic, the destiny of a great kingdom rests on the shoulders of a young man. His name, Merlin. The series follows the young warlock Merlin, as he attempts to fulfill his destiny at the side of the once-and-future king, Arthur. So it's a very entertaining series, and each season sort of develops the plot further and further into the all famous moments of the Arthurian legend. And it's a very entertaining series. I'm not going to spoil anything. But if you like fantasy stuff and medieval stuff and the Arthurian legend, I believe this series may be for you. I watched it a few years ago. It was good. Going on to a completely different type of series. This is Manifest. And I'm going to just read from the back of the cover again, because it's easier in this case. I'm going to read the sort of headline on the back of the cover. In 2013, Flight 828 disappeared. 5 years later, it came home. It's a paranormal mystery series. So it's a very intriguing series where every episode sort of brings you new questions and new WTF moments. Like, what is going on, what is happening here. There's lots of speculation as the series go along. And there are 4 seasons and about like 50 episodes or something like that, I believe. The 4th season is divided into 2 parts actually even. So I'm going to read on the back of the cover now. When Montego Air Flight 828 landed safely after a turbulent but routine flight, the crew and passengers were relieved. Yet, in the span of those few hours, the world had aged 5 years, and the friends, families, and college had given up hope and moved on after mourning their losses, because, of course, their friends and loved ones had assumed they were gone. Now, faced with the impossible, the survivors have been given a second chance. But as their new realities become clear, a deeper mystery unfolds, and some of the returned passengers soon realize they may be meant for something greater than they ever thought possible. 16 enthralling episodes deliver an emotionally rich, unexpected journey into a world grounded in hope, heart, and destiny. And the 16th episodes are the 16th episodes of season 1, of course. There are more episodes coming from the other seasons. So, yeah, after the passengers land and have to settle into a world that has moved on with them, some of the passengers start hearing these voices in their head, which we call callings. And there is a question throughout the series: should we follow these mysterious voices or not? Are these voices good or aren't they good? What are we guiding them to do, you know? But some of the passions to start both hearing and following these voices. And you know, it's a very difficult journey for the characters, both seeing as they've been gone for 5 years and because we start hearing these voices, and a lot of questions by both the characters themselves and the world around. What happened on the plane? How is this even possible? What happened, you know? How can they have been like gone for 5 years, but it just felt like a few hours for them? But what is happening here? So it's very intriguing series. So if you enjoy mysteries, I recommend. Going on to another kind of mystery series, but a different one, Loki. Loki has 2 seasons with 6 episodes in each season. And this is Loki, the complete first season, Loki. And this is of course set in the Marvel Cinematic Multiverse. It follows a variant of Loki. It features a variant of Loki as he discovers what time and the entire Marvel Multiverse is being ruled by a mysterious organization who calls itself the TVA, the Time Variance Authority, who actually prunes any branching timelines. They essentially do not accept free will. They make sure that everything, all the events within the Marvel Cinematic Universe goes the same way all the time. Sure, there can be some slight variations in it, but the overall events shall always remain the same. If someone steps out of that flow, the TVA shows up and prunes and destroys the entire alternate timeline. So Loki has to discover who is behind this oppressive time console, and it's an adventure across multiple timelines, realities, and to find sort of the man behind the curtain and who's behind everything and stuff like that. And the series unfolds and develops and we go along and becomes about the fate of the entire multiverse. And it sees Loki sort of become a hero in his own right. So if you like time travel and multiverse kind of stories, this may be for you, my friend. Okay, I hope I have given you some ideas today, and hopefully maybe managed to give you some recommendations. I hope you enjoyed me rambling on about this, and I wish you a good day and hope you enjoyed our customer service here. Hope it was relaxing, comfortable and good to you, and that you have a great day, and you will of course get 2 of these free of charge as you go. All the best. All the best.